We want to find a balance between those who have the skills already and those who have the potential to be the next poker icon. Another interesting thing I saw at the qualifier was some people were just really noisy.
Yes! I say this one big one.
It's great to see colorful characters like that, the noisy ones, people who become rowdy, people who try and trash talk. People who bring interesting things to the qualifier. At the end of the day, skill always counts. There's only so much you can do with your trash talk and your rowdiness. Me and Dave were walking around trying to notice, of course, the gameplay, notice how hands went down. We wanted to see how the qualifiers actually process their thoughts. We tried speaking to some of them after their hands to understand why they made certain decisions, as well as understanding the qualifiers, what kind of backgrounds they come from, how long have they been playing poker, how far will they want to take their poker career, be it just a social game for them, or do they want to play competitively, how serious they might want to take this game. That's what we really wanted to find out. Derek, the model, from the way he handled himself that day, I really thought that this guy looked really experienced. He was shuffling his chips really professionally, flicking his cards in. And at the same time, I saw him really reading all of his opponents. He was intense, he was quiet, didn't speak to anyone. And when I noticed the times when he put his chips in, he got really unlucky. Like hands which he should have won 8 out of 10 times, he actually lost them 8 out of 10 times. That was how he busted out. But he's definitely one guy whom I know for sure has experience. Not sure if he'll be one of the wildcards though. Ken, Bible school teacher, walked in dressed really like how a coffee shop uncle would. Just came there to enjoy himself. I wasn't sure how competitive he was actually, but as the qualifier went deeper and deeper, I could see the intensity in his eyes, especially when he was in the hand. He was very friendly, taking things in, smiling with his table mates, but every hand he played, I could see he was out there to win it. He did well and he demolished his table. He had one of the longest hits up in the qualifier, and to come out of it and yet holding his own, he had class, I must say. This qualifier, Joe Kim, he really stood out as a cocky, arrogant guy. Like, he knew what he was doing, and yes, he did know what he was doing. He showed aggression at the right time. Also showed another qualifier who shows he has a lot of heart, who knows what he's doing, who knows how to apply pressure on his opponents. He actually kicked out most of his table mates. He was the one who did all the work, and he let his aggression really roll over his opponents. He kicked out many of his table mates. He went down to the last 2. He got unlucky there, but that's just how it is. Poker, sometimes you run good, you run bad, and on this day, he ran bad.
That's an 8, and we have a winner here, Pocket Jacks.
It was great to see so many girls turn up for the qualifier, because it used to be such a men's game, but girls have proven that it's not. They've done very well in international events, and it's great to see that it's reflected in this qualifier here. The girls did well as well. Like I noticed a table which Derek was on. There was this, I think she was Malay, and she played well. Very cautious. However, she was overly cautious. Not only that, there was a girl called Lynn, very small size girl, yet she knew what she was doing. I heard her speaking in poker language as well. First thing I noticed about this girl, Joy, she was playing against the boys, you know, in the boys' game. And one thing I noticed is that she was really aggressive. She did check raises, she did funky stuff, which with a qualifier this big, with so much on the line, people would not dare to do. So this really showed another side of her, not just skill-wise, but it showed that she had heart to make these moves in such a big event for people. And it really, she really caught my eye, like especially being a girl. People would think that it's a boys' game, but she really performed well there. Elton, He was one of the more mature players in the field whom I noticed. He knew what he was doing, he was very confident, he had great table presence. He actually managed to win his heat and move on to the final table. Jolie the banker. When he walked in to the qualifier, it was all smiles. I noticed this guy, this jovial looking, happy guy. But when he sat down, he started playing. Wow, he looked like he wanted to kill someone. He was very, very serious. He stared down his opponents and he was very aggressive. He kept breaking 8 chips, he kept kicking people out. He really took a lot of risk actually, because I saw him all in a couple of times. Yeah, he impressed me a lot because he was very focused, and I think he knew what he was doing because every decision he made, he thought things through. He didn't just do it for the sake of doing it. I think he had a reasoning behind all of this. Jolie actually won his table. He won his heat, and impressing me and winning his table at the same time, I'm happy for him.